Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about, yeah. I mean, we got into a bit of an argument now, but, I think it's sort of itself. I think I convinced him to come down to my side now, yeah. I mean, he was a bit, he was a bit offensive, but, there was no hard feelings, really, sure, we, in the end, it was all solved, the way. I mean, he told me he was sorry for saying what he did, so there's no real problem there. The Crimes, a Smithco original on True Crime Podcast, presented by Smithco. Season 2, Episode 3, The Interview and the Argument. Hello and welcome back to the show. In the last episode, we were going to have a conversation with George. George recently was found out to actually have had an argument with David Brady just before he passed away. Now, we talked with George about the argument they had. So George, you're telling me that he came around to your view opinion. So he had a little argument, but he came around to your opinion. So what happened then? Well, basically, he came up to me and we had a little bit of a chat. I could tell he wasn't from here. The way I could tell that. But basically, he was very. He really. Basically, we had this little argument. He left. So he sort of went off. He just went off. He went off in a huff, really. I'd say. The way he just sort of went off in the direction of the parade. And began to look at it. He said he was going to look at it from a height. Okay. And did you see him again? Well, no, I didn't know. So, what exactly was this argument about? Well, nothing, there's nothing, there's no real, it was just a simple argument. Yes, but what I'm saying is, what exactly was the argument about during the time, at the time? Obviously it was a heated argument at the time. I know, obviously, you're telling me that he told you that he was sorry and that you were right. Is that right? Yes, he did, yeah, he did, yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, what was it about? Just, general sort of stuff, Isn't that right, Harry? Yeah, he's right, yeah, the way, he just came up here and he began talking with George and he just said, he just had we just had a small little argument with him, and then he went off, yeah, he's right, yeah. So you've no information on him, but you are actually, as far as we can tell, the last people who actually spoke to him. Well, with the exception of his killer. No. His killer may not have actually spoken to him. Yeah, good point. His killer may not have spoken to him. That's a fair point, yeah. Well, that's all that we could gather from the little conversation about the argument that they had with David. However, while they may not have thought that there were any witnesses to the conversation, which we believed there might be more to than they said, we did actually track down someone who was recently using a camera and a microphone to try and record the event. Unfortunately, they weren't actually an official journalist, so it wasn't actually published. So we had to go out to their house to see if they might possibly be able to give us a copy. So you like to record these events, is that right? Well, yeah, a couple of years ago, I began to record them. I used to have this dream of setting up my own, newspaper or some sort of thing where the BBC or something would take my work and then they'd publish it, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get them interested or any people. I didn't really have connections, so I wasn't able to do that. But what I did do was I decided to use the gear that I bought, which they had said was a bit of inferior quality. Now it will be considered really inferior, but even at the time it was considered a bit inferior to the quality they'd be requiring for the television and that type of thing. But at the time I did want to do all these things, so I did record multiple parades and the beginnings and all this sort of thing, and I was gonna do this sort of stuff, but there wasn't much you could do with it, and so yeah, I did that, yeah. So do you have actually, we actually believe that you may have actually have a copy of the thing. So we actually, we spoke with some of your friends who said that you liked this, and so we're wondering, why are you around this area? Well, I think my friends would have known that, because I was really like, I was like really interested in the argument they were making. Unfortunately, I obviously I don't remember it now, every word, but I do actually still have the recording. It's not exactly the best quality, so I would be wary if you're gonna like show it to people or something, or play it in itself. It's not exactly up to the scratch you'd want, like. Oh, well, that's. I'm sure we can have a way around that. Okay, so, would you like anything else? Well, just another thing. So you say that they actually claim that Derek actually walked off. Is that true? Yeah, he did. I recently watched the tapes after I got your call, and well, basically the main thing that I got from that was that he actually walked off towards one of the pubs. It actually has like a rooftop area, and the parade actually goes down that area, and people do actually some people actually do watch it from there, and basically so yeah, he from what I can see, he goes in that direction. So I'd say if you want to talk with anyone, you should probably talk with him. And that is exactly what we did. Michael, the owner, Arms and Legs, spoke with us about Derek, and we'll be playing this conversation in episode 6. But for the next 2 episodes, we'll be looking at a dramatic reconstruction, a new feature for the crimes, about David. What exactly happened? We'll be taking the most updated information we have, and we'll be creating a dramatic reconstruction using actors. As you may have heard, the recording used to record the argument made between David and George and his friends is not good enough to play for the public, so we will be using actors to recreate this audio. So I'll hope you join me then. Anyway, thank you and good night. Thank you for listening to this Smithco original non-true crime podcast. For more episodes, please look to the Smithco YouTube channel. You can also look for other things, videos, music, that sort of thing. Loads of things. Facts are available. We're big into the facts. You can subscribe to the channel or view other videos. That's great. That really helps us out. Hopefully, we want to reach a level where we can make more. So that would be great if you could watch more. Or if you don't want to watch more, that's fine. That's also fine. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and thank you for listening once again, and goodbye, I guess.